Hi, welcome to Surviving Motherhood. So I was praying this morning for a little girl. I know her as Selah. A friend of mine several years ago wanted to adopt this little girl from Kazakhstan, I believe. And she had chosen the name Selah for her, and I was praying for that, for the whole adoption thing, and it never happened. They were not able to adopt Selah, but I was praying for her for a couple of years that they were going through that adoption process, and it just became one of my prayer cues. Whenever I'd be reading the Bible, particularly in the Psalms, and I would see Selah, I would stop and I would pray for this little girl. Well, a couple of years ago, that adoption fell through, and this little girl has been adopted by somebody in Kazakhstan, and I don't know if her name is Selah. It probably isn't. But God knows who that little girl is. And so anyway, this morning I was just thinking about her and just was praying for her. I was praying for her parents. I don't know if they know the Lord, but I was praying that He would draw them to Himself, and praying for this little girl that she might come to know Him one day. And as I was praying, I was just realizing, I don't know this little girl. In all likelihood, I will never meet her. In all likelihood, I'll never know if she knows the Lord or what. But still, I feel called by Him to pray for her. For some reason, several years ago, God put this little girl in my heart to pray. And so I do. And I've got a couple of other little kids I'm praying for. Noemi is my little compassion girl in Ecuador, and just a couple weeks ago my family and I started sponsoring a little boy. I think his name is pronounced Muthiani, and he is in Kenya. And so I've got these two little kids I'm praying for, and I can have some interaction with them because we get to write letters and all that. That's cool. But chances are I'll never meet them either. I would love to, God. If you would make that connection, I would love it. But whether I meet them on this side of heaven or not, I'm going to keep on praying for them. And all of that got me to thinking, got me to wondering, who prayed for me when I was a kid? I grew up in church. I didn't know anything about having a personal relationship with Jesus until I was in college. I read that verse in the Bible that says that you will seek me and you'll find me when you seek me with all your heart. And I think, that was not true for me, because I was never really seeking God. I thought I knew all there was to know about Him. He's the one who sought me. And I have to believe somebody, somewhere, someone was praying for me when I was a little kid, when I was a snotty junior higher, when I was a teenager. Somebody was praying for me. And I'm so thankful. And I have the opportunity to be that somebody for Selah, for Noemi, for Muthiani, and any other kids that God brings into my heart. I'm excited about that, and I just want to encourage you. When God lays children on your heart, pray for them. You just never know. I was going to say you never know what God will do, but we can have a pretty good idea what He will do, and it'll be good. So I just want to encourage you, my friend, to be faithful in praying for some little kid. Someday there's going to be a grown-up who is so thankful for your faithfulness. Now go. Have a wonderful, Jesus-full day.